Making sure we're live. We're good to go. Excellent connection. Doing it right. Let's go. What's up, peeps? Thought I would just get on here, have a little live. It's been a while since I've done like an official live, so I was like, you know what? Let's get on here and stream. Let's see what's going on. Maybe there's some things we can talk about, whether it's in the world or not in the world. So hope y'all are having a great day, and we can kick it a little bit, at least to some extent. I want to try to find something to review. There's so much stuff here. Let's pop this bad boy open. I like Shredded Sports Science because he always features my stuff, which is real great. Dang, you can definitely see my interests. What's up, dog? Hope you're doing well, Carl. Man, there's not much fitness-related junk on my shit no more. I'm basically like a normie at this point. Thanks, dog. The video on that dancing buff guy, he's crazy. I don't understand how you can rationalize the thought that that is somehow a positive movement. It's clearly disruptive, if anything. It's a wild take to think like, yeah, that I'm just gonna dance in front of people all day long, and probably just make other people extremely uncomfortable to prove that I'm confident. It's like, what, dude? This is, I think you got it all wrong. It's crazy. Hey, man, thanks for hopping on. I've been good. I've been really good. I've been good, guys. Thanks for asking, for sure. Dying from the heat today. It is hot. In Florida, it's been kind of raining for, geez, like 4 days straight. It's been awful. So it's finally not raining, but now it's just like, it's sinfully hot. It is so hot. Put on some RuneScape. I would love to, but I'm on my MacBook. I feel more comfortable doing that on my Windows computer, which actually has like a integrated graphics and stuff. Or not integrated, but a whole graphics card. I'll try doing it one day. I just don't necessarily, I don't know. I just always thought that it's not really my niche, so like I wouldn't do it per se. I know that there's been like some shit that I just am so out of the loop sometimes. Keen to see what this is about.
All right.
Let's see what else we got here. What's up, brother? Love from the UK. I appreciate you being here. Man, you can really, I'm just self-exposing. You can see everything I do. Motorcycles, depressing music, game reviews, more motorcycles. Hell, dude, I don't even fucking have anything worth talking about related to fitness. There's just not much going on. Thanks, Richie. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, big dog. Did y'all see that Diddy got out? Diddy got... It's pretty crazy. We can look at that. It's pretty situated. It's pretty fucking wild. It's actually insane.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers.
We'll save that for later. We'll save that for later. Yeah, it's good. We're on the same wavelength. If that looks like your homepage, we'd probably be good friends. All right, so let's watch this video from Shredded Sports Science. I'll just kind of do what I used to do, which is quickly go through and react to this stuff and talk to you guys as we're going through these videos and just see if we can bring up anything interesting. I actually use a lot of this as like ideation for me in my videos. So I go to Italy next week. Am I going to die of heat? No, Italy's great, dude. I think it's probably much less intensive than there's a lot of places around the world where the heat is obnoxious, like so fucking hot. So I don't think Italy's bad. I mean, it can get hot there, but it's not bad. I've never like personally been around Italy too much. Latest anime take. What is it? There's one called Lazarus I've been watching. Lazarus anime? I think it's Lazarus. It's like an Adult Swim anime, but I think it's pretty fucking sweet. Some people really don't like it. I fucking love it. I think it's great. It's like the old school anime, a little bit of a unique touch on like the original kind of old school like Cowboy Bebop type animes. I like it a lot, actually. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right, let's get right into this video, guys. Let's see what's up.
This is why you should always skip leg day.
Karen doesn't want to share this machine.
Okay, yo. If somebody did this to me, I would be irate. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do in this moment. I'd just be like, are you fucking serious? Like, this is crazy. I probably would just pull out my phone at this point and just record.
She seems to be confusing gym etiquette with nightclub security. You got ID for that leg press.
I love, there's this thing in society that I think is becoming overwhelmingly common, which is the fucking people taking it into their own hands to be authority figures. And I find it diabolical, not in just the sense of, I don't think Lazarus is on Crunchyroll. I'm not so sure, but I don't, what's weird. Okay. So this is in a lot of different things. This isn't just the gym. This is like the motorcycling community. This is shooting guns. This is, you know, being a fucking American after all. It's like there's these people who, great example. If I'm driving on my motorcycle and somebody doesn't like how loud my motorcycle is or the way that I'm driving, they will intentionally try to swerve into me, roll their window down, and then yell things at me. And it's like, I literally am in an entirely different lane, super far away from you, not interfering with your drive at all. And you feel the need to almost try to vehicular manslaughter my ass. And then on top of that, scream, you know, some sort of derogatory statements about how I need to be a better human being in the middle of the road. Like, who are you? Why are we having this conversation? This happens everywhere. It's like these people, like this woman, who feel that they are just the authority, and that if they are not there standing in the front of, you know, the golden gates of whatever version of America that they're supposed to be living in, that everything else crumbles, that society itself just falls apart and their life has been invaded and permeated, and now it's just not good anymore. It's not holy. I don't understand the psychology behind this. If somebody's doing something dumb, even if it is questionably dumb, it is not my business to get involved in what they're doing. In fact, it's much better if I just separate myself from the thing entirely, because usually this is how bad things happen. This lady thinks she's probably doing some service as a social justice warrior, but who knows? Maybe this guy is deranged and has a weapon on him, a knife, or he just likes beating women. Probably not the best idea to do something like this. You just keep yourself out of it, you know, like stand somewhere away where you're not getting involved. And then I think that's probably the best opinion. If you really want to make a complaint, go make a complaint, but don't just like be the police when there is no need to be the police. All right, let's get right back into it.
They're out there standing and watching me micromanage with my workout because things didn't go her way.
Time for some mathematics. Strongest I've ever been, that's 450 pounds right there.
These are like the people that go to the gym one day and call it good.
This is how I feel about that.
That's great. Oh my God. Look at his face. This isn't... Who designed his workout? Why does he think this is going to be an efficacious workout? That's crazy.
Now that that's cleared up,
Stop looking at me, bro.
I love how women think that... I don't know, I'm just wearing like the most self-exposing clothes in the gym, and I'm, you know, have this huge tripod in front of me. I have a phone. I'm walking over to it, clicking record. I'm making lots of movements. I would be looking at you too. If people do weird shit, I'm typically looking at them because it's different than the norm, in which I'm just automatically programmed to ignore in my consciousness. So yeah, if you break that norm, you're generally going to be looked at. If I wear a fucking bright pink shirt with purple curly hair, people are going to look at me a little bit more than if I'm just a normal Joe walking around.
Stop looking at me.
That guy was training harder than Mike Israel. That's a fact.
there's no one there. Stop with this nonsense. Put on your trousers properly and behave yourself.
Yeah, what's with this as well? Women are doing this thing where they like sag their sweatpants now. Pick one. Pick one. If you're going to wear the sweatpants, wear them. If you're going to wear the yoga biker pants or whatever they're called, wear those as well. Totally fine. Either one's great. But why do you try to wear both and then get mad? I don't know. It's just so weird to me, these trends and stuff. It's kind of wild. It's yeah, it's literally your sense identifying danger. Yeah, that's right. And that's exactly what it is, right? Like you're identifying like, oh shit, that person's moving kind of irrationally, different from the pattern that I'm seeing around me. I'm going to glance over. And then somebody takes offense to that. It's like, okay, stay home then. You know, like people are going to look at you all day long. It's part of the process. And you're posting online for hundreds of thousands of people to potentially look at you. Yet you're mad when one male, potentially, I don't even know, looks at you. Right? It's so silly because it's like you're literally posting online. You might even have an OnlyFans at this rate, and you're talking about how one man looking at you is a disgraceful thing. How dirty of him. How disgusting. Like who wouldn't be looking at you right now doing all this weird shit? Look at everybody else around her doing normal things in the gym, and then there's her, who's not working out and just looking at her own fucking camera.
Stop looking at me, bro. Stop looking at me.
The Liver King has been temporarily released and now has a shake weight on his ankle.
This thing will help me make sure. You know how good that feels on the ankle? That part where it bounces, jiggles like that.
This guy. All right, what are the chances that he is like deep in a ketamine fucking trance over the past several weeks? There's no way this is his like rebranding. Something dark and mysterious. I feel bad for his wife, right? Like I think he's on some sort of drug bender that he just hasn't been able to come off of ever since he got exposed. I think he's been doing something that he's just not being transparent about. The way he acts, the way he talks, I can't even. You could not script the way that he has been acting lately. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but like it's pretty fucking nuts, dude. Like his presence on Instagram goes hard, man. It goes so hard. Like the videos he posts are just actually insane. Look at this. He's live right now.
Jak si máš? Dobrze. Dziękuję. Na zdrowie, do widzenia. Liver King. The name never mattered. The message matters. King time.
Like he's just insane. It's all these videos are just him like deranged.
Foyer, and I saw these old thrones, and I just kind of laughed, and I was like, "Oh God, you know," kind of a little bit embarrassed. And I thought, oh, you know what? I don't think I made a video today. I said I was going to, so I better deliver on it. But it was Sunday, Family Day, God's Day, capital G Day, and we did that thing, man. That was good. And so I'm walking by this old throne, and I thought buffalo's real. That's legit. That's gonna stay. But I thought, oh my God, you know, the predecessor me, I subordinated my
before after 5 or 6 other people, you know, and that's what a real man does though. It's like, holy shit, I just realized how a man actually needs to be a monster, but she, of course, right? And then he actually became it. Like, you don't have to be a fucking black belt, but now you can really handle yourself. Worth way more to the fucking yeah, you know, I mean, there's a point at which diminishing returns. So I just really want to know today though, because I told Idris, like, I want to know what it would really be like to,
Like, there's no shot this guy isn't on drugs. Just the way he's moving and he's talking, there's clearly some drug abuse going on. It's got to be ketamine. I feel like this is ketamine. Did he ever stop? Probably not. He probably started and then just, it's gotten so bad, it's deranged his mind so horribly. And what's crazier to me is he looks like 20 years older than he actually is. The dude looks like he's a grandfather. Like, he looks so ill. It's crazy. Yeah, he ate too many bull testicles. Yeah, exactly. His power level's over 9,000. He's going crazy right now, dude. He's trying to throw hands with people. Flying his whole family out to Joe Rogan to try to throw hands, which just makes zero sense. Think he has parasites in his brain? I would believe it.
to take anyone that's kind of trained, and then I tell them, because there's no way anyone's ever sparred with any organism. Everyone still demands an explanation. There's zero grace. There's zero. I really understand. I get it. I really do. And I'm not asking for it. I don't need it. But it's hard. It's the hardest part's over. The hardest part's fucking over. That's great.
It's just so weird, man. He's acting like he went on this heroic journey. Yeah, he sounds like he's removed from reality. And here's the thing you see often is that he is very, like, we see this so many times on social media where somebody will blow up in infamy. They'll blow up, they'll get super famous, they get tons of likes, tons of business. And this is real shit, you guys. I really, truly do not believe that people understand how much money you make as a fucking influencer. You make crazy money, okay? If you take 100,000 people and you get, let's say, 100 of those people out of 100,000, a small percentage, less than a fucking percent. If you get 100 people to send you $1,000, you've made $100,000 in a single month. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's, out of 100,000 people, likely 100 people who are so radicalized and have money to do that kind of stuff. So you develop a product line, you develop a subscription service, OnlyFans, something like this. You develop some kind of thing to sell to people when you have, you know, over the amount of a Netflix subscription site, like people following you, and you then sell something to them. You can make millions from just literally a few months later having been broke, right? That's how crazy this shit is. And so when you give somebody popularity, when you give them authority, and now suddenly they have a ton of money to go with that authority, I think they just lose their fucking mind, dude. Honestly, like we see this so fucking much. You see it so much in Connor Murphy, Tony Huge, a lot of the people we've talked about on this channel. What's his name? The guy that just had like heart failure. He was the raving guy. Whatever the case might be. There's so many, I mean, geez, even there's so many people this happens to where they check in, make some really great content. Let's be honest. All right. If you like Liver King or not, he fucking did a wonderful making content, amazing marketing, got super famous, checks out, right? Like checks out. Now he's not making anything that's really contributing or additive to anybody. It just checks out. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's super, super weird. Yeah, he went too far on the psychedelics. I think that's, I bet you that's something along the lines of what he's done. And he's just constantly tripping on something at this point. Because the way that he speaks, his speech is not linear. It's non-linear. It bounces around. Yeah, Johnny Skywalker, thank you. He's another one that kind of lost his mind in the process of becoming famous. But this is like definite sign of some serious craziness with psychedelics or at least neurotrophic drugs of some type. not to break, but I have 87 followers on TikTok. Bugatti's incoming, dude. If you get those 87 subscribers or followers to, I don't know, shoot you over 10K, you're on your way. You're close, dude. We're getting there. It's like at least a down payment on a Bugatti or something. Fuck a house. There's no need for that shit. It must be the raw meat. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. It's I truly think, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a pro raw meat guy, but I think it is truly psychedelics. Like, he's gotten just a little bit too into the weeds of soul searching and, oh shit, my battery's dead. I'll change it in a sec. And then kind of just now is off the deep end, bro. Like, that's just what it is. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get a new camera up. Hold on. It literally just doesn't charge indefinitely anymore, which kind of fucking sucks, especially if I'm doing like live streams. It used to just literally sit there, charge while I was talking, and now it just doesn't do that. I don't know. Maybe it broke something. Yeah, I did see that 17-year-old. We'll talk about him today too, because that's also a pretty fucking insane situation, dude. There's so many fucked up people. That's another perfect case of what we're just talking about, like the insanity behind a lot of these motherfuckers, man. They get some fame and they get some notoriety, and then all of a sudden they're just ludicrous, crazy mongrels. All right, I'm gonna put this on top of my monster cans, and hopefully it works out. We'll see. We'll see how this works, dudes. Honestly, I have no expectations here. I honestly don't know where I'm gonna put this. Actually, that kind of works, man. All right, we're about to change the media source, folks. Give me a second here. We're about to lit. We got this shit going. Okay. God, I love having a lot of technology just at my disposal. This is probably not going to last long, I'll be honest. It's teetering on all my monster cans right now. So if this doesn't work out, I don't know what will, to be honest. Maybe I'll move it around. Oh no, not the battery, yeah. Guys are in the K-hole talking about people on ketamine. No Diddy. Hey, don't speak about Diddy, bro. He's out now. You could be getting yourself in danger. Just make sure you sleep on your tuchus at night now, dude. Don't be talking about that. You say Diddy 3 times fast, he's going to come visit you and lubricate you forcefully. You don't want that. That's nobody's business. But yeah, anyways, I think the Liver King's fucked, man. I think he's fucked. His wife looks scared of him and everything. I'd rather have my health, both physically and mentally, than have what these influencers have. I would agree with you. It's so tough, right? Because the allure to being an influencer is pretty damn great. Like you get fame, you get infamy, you get what everybody wants. Just literally, you do it so much faster than what everyone else has done it at. You know, you do it at a rate that's unprecedented, where you have actors and actresses that have been, you know, grinding for years trying to become the best of the best. You can literally pop open Instagram today, post a few things that end up going viral, and now you're making money, you know. And it's just like you don't see that anywhere else in the world. It's just social media. It's just influencing. So it's very appealing. I don't have a fucking, sorry guys. I should have prepared better. I wasn't expecting for this camera to die. Okay. I think we're cooking. It's literally on the top of so many monster cans. I wish I could show you. But yeah, it's just a shitty situation, dude. He's just insane. And I don't think he's going to come back from this. Maybe he will, but sup, Kolton? How you doing? I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, anyways, I think we could talk about that all day long, to be fair. What is he doing?
If it's bad and destructive.
I want to know what he's doing here.
Yeah, I'm on the road. Heading to you, Joe Rogan. You fucked up. The Liver King cells have been activated all across the country. And here I come from North Carolina, straight to your punk ass. Joe Rogan, you're a trained black belt. I've got no training. This should be light work for you.
I don't understand people. This is just like too radical for me. I would never personally never do some shit like this.
Making my ankle strong for that.
And don't forget to buy your Primal Ancestral 12 Tenets course so your mugshot can look like this.
Real.
I wouldn't put McDonald's at the top of my health and fitness establishments, but they did used to have playgrounds. They now have what seem to be detention centers.
Dude, what is the saddest thing about this generation is I am 28 years old, right? I find it hard to make friends. Like, I find it hard to go meet new people because most people just commune online. It's such a weird thing. And then when you do meet people, you kind of like forget how to talk to people. It's not like, at least when I grew up, it's like, you know, not everybody would have phones. So you would basically call each other on the home phone and be like, hey, we got to meet here at this time. And then you'd hope to God, you'd walk your way to like fucking McDonald's or whatever it was, and you'd hope to God that everyone showed up. And if they didn't, you'd just be like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna stay here an hour and wait, or I'll leave. You know, it's like, and that was good times because the only method of communication was verbal communication. And I feel like the difference now is just clearly affecting, even in myself, social skills to such a large degree. Keep my circle small anyways. And I do too. I literally, you want to know who I talk to on a daily basis? The fucking camera and my dog. Like, that is basically it. That's all I've really had the opportunity to talk to for the past several years. And that sucks, but it's great sometimes. You know, like, I believe isolation's a gift. I believe that solitude can really help someone self-reflect and learn a lot about themselves. But it's also kind of like the boring bullshit. Like, when you have a bad day and you don't got anyone to call and talk to about that, it's kind of a weird feeling, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really have people that I can just call and be like, hey man, I'm really struggling today. Like, there's not many people I would be comfortable even addressing that situation with at all. And I feel like that's not just me. It might be, and I'm just a psychopathic idiot, but I feel like that's a lot of people. And part of it plays well into like having these digital mediums kind of be the main method of communication. A great example of this, you guys probably do it. Maybe some of you are doing it right now on YouTube or some kind of long content consuming platform while you're eating, right? Like, you're eating a meal and you're watching content on your phone, listening to other people talk about something. And you could be having a meal with someone else, you know? And it's just like, one thing that I learned when I went to Europe is that people commune together to eat. Like, it's a very normal thing. When I was in Bosnia and Serbia, whenever you eat with all of your people. Like, you just eat together. Here in America, it's so common to just like, even if you're living with someone, to eat alone. And I don't know, it's just kind of very much, I feel like a cultivation of these past 10 years of life. And I think even more so, COVID really spurred that on, man. It really spurred that on. People do become exhausting, but you still need them. I don't think you can deny the fact. I think it's very, very real that you still need them. Yeah, I watch YouTube on the TV. I'm cooked. I mean, look, I don't think it's a bad thing because I think ultimately having the ability to hear thoughts and the freedom of speech is a wonderful component. And to be honest, like back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you wouldn't have had that luxury. You'd be based, your whole entire world and the exposure of that world would be based around your local neighborhood. And now we can see way beyond that local neighborhood just by opening a digital device. It's crazy. Eating in your car is dope. I do like that, especially when you have a Tesla. Like, Teslas are great for that because you can play video games, you can watch movies. It's fucking legit. Super awesome. Anyways.
You're gonna eat your McNuggets and watch Ronald's content and you're gonna enjoy it. Should we be thinking about any of this or normalize pinning in the gym? I agree, but who's gonna be the referee? No, here we have another teen who is smart enough to actually take his naughty sauce whilst on the gym floor.
Man.
Someone send him to a McDonald's play area for his punishment.
Look, I get this shit so much because I'm happy with no friends. I don't know, bro. You can say that, but give yourself a bad day, like a real fucking bad day, a really bad day, and you'd be thinking otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But look, when I was starting running steroids, I was this guy. Like I was super into it. I would talk about it all the time. I would post about it all the time. And it wasn't until like a year or two later that I was like, yeah, you know what? This probably isn't so great to embellish. Like, there's actually kind of a lot of downsides to this stuff too, you know? Like, maybe I shouldn't just exclusively talk about the good sides, but I was too deep into it to even realize it. You know, it's like kind of the thing. Like, a lot of psychosocial dynamics change when you're on anabolics with relationships and talking to people and all these other things. And, you know, now if you were to tell me, like you, if you take me back then and you have me now and I go back and I say, hey man, you're gonna fucking like hate the fact that you're losing your hair, you're gonna run into a lot of anxiety issues that aren't gonna make you happy, blah 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 blah, I would still say fuck you, dude. I'm doing this because I know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be smart about it and I'm gonna feel good. But you know, then you see my transformations on Instagram. Like, guys, you gotta check this shit out. I was like, when I was blasting, bro, I was fucking ugly, dude. Like, my face was so inflamed. So this is me when I was blasting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking ugly. My face was so inflamed. I was losing hair like crazy, so I just shaved my head and like to make myself feel better. And after kind of stopping, I just like my face completely de-inflamed. I look like I'm 5 years younger and my hair is like growing so much better. It's crazy, you know, but like I back then would not have been like, yeah, like fuck this guy. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna get off steroids. I'm gonna listen to him. It's like, no, I'm gonna say how great it is and embellish it. Then I'm gonna fucking regret it later. But it's like these kids unfortunately have to follow that trajectory to understand what they're doing. It's just the problem is that they bring a lot of people with them. You know, it's like you have one fish swimming into a net and the whole, you know, other group of fish, the school of fish follows him. It's sad, but I don't know if there's much you can do about it anyways.
7-month gear transformation. So you can see he has muscular development, he clearly trains, but you will see the result of the naughty sauce coming up soon.
I feel like this one was just rage bait because it looks like he got a lot leaner. The dude was pretty big before. I don't know.
I'm just shaking my head at how this has become so normalized for teens on social media. And not only is this guy doing this, but he's filming himself doing it, uploading it, and he's proud of it.
Awesome, bro. You're eating while you're watching this. Dope. I appreciate that. What you eating, dog?
Do not take the naughty sauce of that age. It's dumb. What in the knee ligaments is going on here? Yeah, that's not good. Just add a few more on then. When you're doing tricep dips and your legs look like a banana.
Hey, I'm not going to say it, but y'all are thinking it. What kind of type of individuals are we working with here? I'm not going to say it. It's very interesting. It's very interesting that there's shit like this. You see these training clips always in that same location, geographically speaking. Dude, you started TRT a little bit ago, want to blast. Literally, just get shredded. I promise you, what you want is to be shredded. Most people, they just want to be lean, dog. Like, they just want to be lean. They run gear because they want to look sick as fuck. But even with TRT, you go a little bit above TRT. Like, I think anything sub 500 milligrams is relatively safe and also not going to ruin your appearance as long as you know how to counteract some of the symptoms. But for the most part, dude, it's just like get lean. Like run some moderate TRT and get lean. Use retatrutide for sure. Get super lean. You're going to find that you look a million times better and you're a lot more content with your physique. The alternative, you blast gear, you eat more food, you follow that path non-competitively, and then what happens? You lose your fucking hair, your skin ages by 10 years, you get inflamed, you have a moon face, you get acne, you have fucking acne scarring. Like, people really hype this shit up like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Dude, look at any fucking bodybuilder. That shit happens. Their pores grow to the size of the fucking goddamn cheese grater status. You know, it's like, it is it is pretty bad, right? I'm not saying, like, I love bodybuilding. I love gear. I think it's awesome. I love that shit. It makes me feel great. But I do think that understanding where it's going to bring you is really important, and actually understanding what you desire as a goal and outcome is really important. And again, I think most fucking people want to be absolutely fucking diced, right? And like, yeah, like Canadian Warrior, you might want to be 900. You want to have a 900-pound deadlift. That's a different goal, right? For sure. At that point, you're looking at mass moves mass. You're looking about being as big as fuck. Aesthetics don't really matter to you. But I would say for the grand majority of people, probably like 85 to 90% of them, they just want to be shredded. Like, that's all they really want. You know, they don't want to be these gargantuan mass monsters, or at least they usually don't start that way. They want to be aesthetic. They want to get girls. They want to get people to notice them. They want to be confident. And the best way to do those things is to just literally be fucking shredded, you know? At the end of the day, that's it. That's all you need.
You need a new trainer. Where's the lunk alarm when you need it?
Fucking lunk alarm, dude. I hate this shit so much.
Get the out, bro, before I I'm not playing with you, bro. Get out, bro.
I feel like his heart is not in the job.
Get the I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to get.
I got you on video.
I don't care what you have. I close my gym early because I have to clean it. If I don't clean it, I get in trouble. I don't care what time we close. What time do I close?
The hilarity of the fact he's wearing a thumbs up Planet Fitness shirt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the fact that he's wearing a thumbs up
whilst going Tony Soprano on a customer who's just trying to get his steps in is not lost on me.
I close my gym early because I have to clean it. If I don't clean it, I get in trouble. Get the out, bro. Get out. You want to be so tough? Put that phone down and do something real tough. Since you want to be.
I just got off 100 milligrams of test sip a week for 2 years, and I still have all my muscles. I'm at week 3, and I'm so scared I'm gonna. Why'd you get off, John? That doesn't make much sense. Because like 100 milligrams test sip a week, that's like, even for some people, that's a lot of. That's like subclinical TRT replacement. Like that might get them to 400 nanograms per deciliter, or something. I don't know. That seems pretty crazy to me, dude. I would. Maybe it's for fertility, but even then I'd say like HCG, HMG, synthetic FSH. Like you got a lot of things you could be using to really go crazy on fertility.
You want to be a tough guy? Get the out, bro. You're done. Get out.
At least let him recover from his cardio before you make him run away from you.
And I promise you, you won't have a membership after this. But I'll take the write-up. I don't care. He already called for police to come. If you guys don't come, I'm gonna call the police. Listen. Every day we close the gym 45 minutes early so we can clean. We're gonna have fun with this. Bye.
Obviously, that is not how gym staff should behave. Technically, he's exercising 45 minutes before the gym shuts. I can understand if there are a few minutes until the gym shuts and letting him know, but if that is how the staff in your gym behave, find a new gym.
Get the out, bro. I'm not playing with you, bro. Get out, bro.
Yeah, that's a bunch of baloney.
I have a video on my other channel about a military flying saucer video leak.
You guys should go check out his other channel. It's actually really good. If you're like interested into things that are not all related to fitness, it's pretty damn good.
Leaked by a UFO journalist. Unseen military footage. This one is of a flying saucer. I would show you the clips and read the description from Corbell. I've just learnt to read, so this should go well. If you want to see an alien craft, probably, then what are you waiting for? Linked above and below. Thank you so much.
Starting 5 grams of Anavar? I think you meant 5 milligrams? Correct me there, so I can make sure I'm giving you good advice, because if it's 5 grams, we got some trouble happening.
When you forgot to lock the office door.
Where's the cushioning? What do you mean by cushioning? Is there any rubber there? No, you've got this flat thing on a concrete floor. There's nothing underneath here.
Blimey, that was an effective pre-workout.
We're getting insulted. No, what the f are you if you drop weight.
Again, we just talked about this. Like another one of these motherfucking people who feel like they're the world's police and they just have to police everybody. Police. I would love, let's just drop one of these people into the Middle East. Let's drop one of them into deep Eastern Asia. Let's drop one of them into Yugoslavia. Like let's just put them there. Let's see what happens. Let's have them act like this there and just watch where their body ends up. You know what I mean? Like it's so ridiculous that people feel they can act like this to anybody else. And if they ever got treated like this, it would be hell on earth. It would be hell on earth. I'm still waiting for your reply, Crazy Mangoes.
Wait, get your manager to make sure that there's cushioning there.
I mean, she has a point with some of the stuff she's saying, but there's a way to talk to staff, and that is not it. Here's an interesting one.
You don't even know what ollie lifting is. What was I doing? Clean and jerk, snatching? No.
You're throwing it down for
No.
real, bro.
Olympic lifting in a commercial gym on a lifting platform with a standard barbell.
It's not that important.
No, that's a jerk, bro. Yes, it is.
The jerk is what the most. Steve Martin was the jerk. Yeah, you don't have to throw.
5 milligrams for 5 weeks. Okay, that helps a lot. 5 milligrams of Anavar for 5 weeks. I'm assuming daily intake. It's totally fine. You're probably gonna, there is data. People hate to hear this, but you can look it up right now. Children taking Anavar for up 2 to 5 years at 5 milligrams. So it seems to be relatively tolerable in terms of side effect burdens. I would say if you're a female, which I don't know, it's undisclosed, starting at 2.5 milligrams a day is probably the best way to approach things. Do that for 4 or 5 weeks, and then for another 4 or 5 weeks do 5 milligrams. But that generally is going to be well tolerated. You're not going to have any sort of existential crises with 5 milligrams at all. You'll feel great. Man, I keep hearing people talk about running HCG with their TRT. I'm not sure why they do it, but meh. I love it. You get a lot of benefits, brother. You get a lot of benefits. You get a lot of sex drive. You get a lot of sex drive. You get a lot of sort of that young, I'm 19 years old, fucking ravenous for some vagine, and I'm gonna do anything it takes type energy, which is great. I love it for that. Yeah. What's the point of why get in someone's face while poorly wearing a mask? Yeah.
Throw it down. This is not the jerk.
No, you have to throw it down, bro. You do speed.
I had so many interesting comments under my last video about the guy deadlifting and the lady shouting at him.
You're not gonna break the bar.
All you're doing is throwing it down.
No,
it's not even.
Go on YouTube and search Olympic lifting.
Throwing the bar down.
Taking the weight. Go lift. Dude, this guy thinks I'm breaking the weight.
I'm going to leave this one open to you also. Let me know your thoughts. Here's a video.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing.
I would say if this is me and I was owning this gym, I'd say, yeah, dude, please don't do that. The reality is, if I'm doing Muay Thai, all right, even if there's a heavy bag in the gym that I'm going to, if I'm training Muay Thai, I'm doing it in a Muay Thai gym, or at least some kind of combat sports gym. I'm not going to go to my fucking Planet Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, LA Fitness, where they have one heavy bag for the fucking Karen that likes to throw some punches and just go crazy. Like, I'm not going to, it's idiotic, right? It's not the place. Likewise, if I'm going to do Olympic lifting, I'm going to be doing that at a CrossFit / Olympic lifting gym, which there are surely tons of them all over the place, especially if you have like something like this where it's like in LA Fitness or something of that nature. I would never, ever, ever be over in somebody's gym just being like throwing shit around when that's clearly not the environment that gym is supporting. Also, yeah, like is he using bumper plates? I don't think he is. It didn't seem like it. Let's look.
Do CrossFit. Do you know what this is? Look at this.
Those don't look like rubber plates. He looks like he's got like metal ones. Yeah, he's got the normal ones on there. Like they're rubber plates, but they're not the like Olympic lifting plates.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing CrossFit. Do you know what this is? Look at this.
Like that's the one on the end is definitely
Look at this.
Yeah.
So his point is that it's a lifting platform and
question mark kick though. Hey, question mark kicks are dope, dude. Fuck them. Just go kick them. You know what I'm saying? I heard the more you kick, the more anabolic you get. So if you can kick like 5 Karens with a question mark kick, even just like throw a high kick at them, dog, get that neck involved, you're going to gain some anabolic points for sure.
And can support Olympic lifting.
Look at this. Look what bumper it is. What is that? Why is there space in between?
Her point is that she's going to miss her anabolic window. No, her point is that that bar is going to break because it's not made for that.
The bar is not for that.
No, it is for that. This belongs in Planet Fitness.
I'm a professional.
No, it does not. I don't. Do you see I'm catching the weight?
I think it is overkill. If you need some chalk at Planet Fitness, grow the fuck up. I know it's what may piss a lot of people off, but like, grow the fuck up. Nobody in their right mind needs chalk at Planet Fitness. Nobody in their right mind needs chalk for the most part, right? Like I've seen when I was training at Destination Dallas, there's some really, really strong motherfuckers. I mean, really disgustingly strong motherfuckers. I never saw them once use chalk. I never saw. You know who came in there? Oh man, what is his name? James Mattis, I think. I can't remember. The guy who held the world record bench. He was throwing shit around that I was perplexed by. Not one fucking slap of chalk on that motherfucker. I feel like the only people you see using chalk avidly are the people who are, one, really in it, like really, really in the sauce, or two, they're definitely not in it, but they're trying to be in it. You know what I mean? Like the type of people who are, you're like, that's probably not the guy. He's probably not the main character.
This is ridiculous.
How much does that home gym cost again? 18 day by day, getting closer to morphing.
Jesus Christ.
I do not remember that Power Ranger. Here is this guy showing off his apparently natty gains
Look at that, man.
with some bicep flexing, back posing, chest posing, just your standard fitness results video right there.
Look, what the fuck is going? This man looks like he came out of the fucking warp from Nurgle, bro. What's going on here? Yeah, Julius Maddox. Thank you. Yeah, Julius Maddox came through Destination Dallas, and that man, I tell you what, bro, there is nothing stronger than a fucking man that big. He's crazy, and not once did he use chalk. This is fucking some insane shit. Yeah, he needs Accutane, bro. He needs 250,000 milligrams of Accutane stat. He needs IV Accutane.
Bicep extensions followed by whatever this is meant to be. Because taking sauce is not just a road to success. It has many drawbacks.
Dude, there's no shot.
Also.
No shot. This is all from roids, bro. Oh my god. Like, he literally has pools of fucking... Yeah, why wouldn't you just stop the cycle early if that's happening? Exactly. Like, just stop, dude. Jesus, man. Those are tumors, yeah. How the fuck does that even happen? You're asking me, dude. I don't even know. I've never seen anything like that before. That is some gnarly shit. You should audition for The Walking Dead. Yeah, okay, yeah, chill.
18, natural, my TikTok is better.
I don't know if he's natural.
Well, I believe your age. Here is a mandatory TikTok Jimbo edit when your light bulbs blow out. I would change it, but I haven't got a ladder. Average freshman on TikTok.
Dude, those things just need to be extracted from his body.
And his most viewed video, almost 5 million views. I refer to my previous statement, taking the naughty sauce at that age is dumb.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much for watching.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, guys, that was Shredded Sports Science. Go subscribe to him. He's a great guy. That is some crazy shit, though. Honestly, this is great ideation for myself. I'm gonna definitely put this down on the old docket for something for me to look at later. That is some crazy shit, man. I can't believe someone would take it this far. Like, at a certain point, you have to realize the gear ain't gonna get you there. It ain't gonna fucking get you there, man. Man's got craters. Yeah. At a certain point, you have to realize that, like, Jesus, what I'm doing is actually destructive, and I'm permanently gonna fuck my body up. I need to stop, right? And here's the whole fucking point I make the videos I do, bros. I think if people get so caught up into this insane fucking drive to push and they just ignore all the negatives, and this happens in females more than any other group, fucking insane, dude. Fucking insane. I just wish people would be like, oh, let's get out of my psychosis and look at what's actually happening to my body. And then they'd realize, like, hey, that probably ain't so great. You know, I should probably stop. It's fucking insane. Ashton Hall, what happened in London? This is by Grego Dusetto. And we'll see what he has to say.
Ashton, you don't want the smoke. I got the speed. You think you got the speed? I'll show you speed. Race me, Ashton. I'll take you on any place, anytime. Look at my getup. I'm more aero than last time. Why do I got the goggles? I can't see. I'm so fast. Coach Greg, in today's video, I don't know if you're going to believe this, but Ashton Hall, he steals someone's bicycle and takes off. Apparently, and no, not apparently, he was in a mall in London. He was there. It was busy. A lot of people are trying to take photos with him. He's a mega superstar, close to 20 million followers. It's kind of like if Chris Bumstead were going to the mall. And so one of these guys, he's infamous. His name is Modine. And he approaches him. And Modine, he thinks that Ashton Hall stole his idea of running on the street with a black mask. And I mean, did he steal the idea? Did he borrow it? Did he copy it? I don't care. You can do whatever you want. If I make a natty or not on someone and somebody else does a natty or not on that person, am I going to call them up and get mad and confront them and say, what's wrong with you? You can't do the same natty or not on the same person as I did. That is moronic. He's at the mall.
Top 3 favorite Monsters flavors, dude. That's super fucking easy. White Monster. White Monster. And White Monster. Basically, all the rest is just filler. I actually don't like any of these compared to White Monster. So, yeah. I have a crippling... I truly do. I'm not lying to you guys. I have a crippling problem with Monsters right now. Crippling, okay? It is actually disgusting. Let me see if I can show you. It is disgusting, you guys. I have, like, crippling... Look at this thing. This is just, some of it's on the floor right now. I can't even show you. It's crippling. Like, I have so many. You should see my kitchen, dog. Like, it's bad. I don't know. It's a slight addiction, but we're fine. We're chilling, dude. We're chilling. Ultra Boost, Ultra Sunshine, or whatever. I actually do like, they have this one Blue Hawaiian. Blue Hawaiian's pretty good. But I prefer, like, if I could have a non-caffeinated version of White Monster, I'd be drinking that on a daily basis. And I wish they would make one because my heart rate can't take much more Monster. Orange is decent. I won't lie. Yeah. We're not the same. I used to build towers out of empty beer cans. We're definitely not the same. I'm productivity maxing is what I'm doing. That's all it is. I've limited myself to 3 a day. So if I go over 3 a day, I know I got problems. So I try not to do that. Get a tower of water? Fat chance, bro. You know how expensive water is? Fuck that shit, dude. I'm drinking straight out that tap, my boy.
He approaches him. He doesn't like it. Ashton Hall gets nervous. He flees, sees somebody on a bicycle and says, yo, I need to escape. I need to get out of Dodge. Can I use your bike? And takes off. At first glance, I'm thinking, oh, that's embarrassing. He runs away like a little pussy.
Look at how he got, hold on. Look at how he got on that bike, dude. Can we just...
First glance, I'm thinking, oh, like, that's embarrassing.
Look how he got on this thing.
He runs away like a little...
Hold on,
At
dude.
first glance, I'm thinking, oh, that's embarrassing.
No shot, bro. Oh, man. Claims natty, by the way. Claims natty. That looks like somebody to me that claims natty getting on a bike. Did you start drinking Monster because of skating? I actually did skate when I was in middle school and into high school, but no, I started drinking it. Why did I start drinking it? I don't know. It's a good question, actually. I'm in like the motorcycling scene a lot, like really, like truly, like a lot. You know, I don't know. Many of you don't know, but I have like a bunch of motorcycles. It's a huge like pastime of mine. If I'm not working, I'm usually on my motorcycle, like just driving, just, you know, fucking around. So I'm in the community a lot. A lot of those boys drink White Monster. I think that's part of it. I also think that like it's just so, I think in actually in Japan, I was like really obsessed with it. So because it was, for me, it was easier to get than coffee while I was in Japan. So I just got used to drinking it. And then after a while, I just started drinking that instead of coffee because it used to be only coffee. And then the Japan life kind of fucked me. Brandon Carter made a video about getting yourself up. I don't need, that's insane, dude. Like my heart rate right now, genuinely, it's not healthy. Let's look. This is with one Monster, and I had a mocha at the coffee shop. 87 beats per minute right now. That shit's not healthy, bro. I have to take a beta blocker to get that down. I'm gonna do it right after this. That's crazy. Yeah, he'll never recover from that I show speed space race. What nootropics do you take? Honestly, dude, I take methylene blue. I take sometimes I take aniracetam, and then caffeine. Like I really don't take much these days. I really don't.
He runs away like...
I did see Fuad's accident, yeah. I was gonna watch that video later today. I saved it for my watch later. I'm just gonna see what happened. I was very curious.
A little pussy. But upon reflection, after thinking about it, I'm thinking, how does he know that this guy doesn't have something in his hand? He doesn't know. There's so many...
Top 3 bikes, and what do you have now? Geez, that's tough. That's tough. I honestly love Ducatis. I went out to Ducati a little bit ago here and test drove a shit ton of them, and I liked them so much I bought one. So, and I know it's like a really hectic financial decision, but your boy's got loopholes. So I bought one, and I really like the Street Fighters. So I got a Street Fighter. I really like those. Like I think that's probably top 3 for sure. I think top 3 probably we got the R6, like the 2017, 2018 R6, fucking dope. I have an RSV4, which is great. Having that V4 212 horsepower, pretty fucking sick. But if I was to compare that with, to be honest, like a BMW, like an SK1000 is probably the SK1000. The RSV4 is great. The Aprilias are great, but I feel like the BMWs, my neighbor's got like a brand new 2025 SK1000. I feel like those double Rs, they're just luxury, and they're super fast, and they're just fucking luxury. The cruise control, heated hand grips, like fucking all that type of shit, crazy stuff. I love them. I just don't want to buy. Oh, Augustas, like the Brutale 800RR, such a sexy bike, except it's just way too out of my price range. I could talk about that all day. Should I get Blue Chew? You can try it out for sure. It's not a bad take. I wouldn't say it's bad at all. You can try it out. If you can do 5 milligrams a day, that would work phenomenally. On cat, I haven't seen anyone talk either. Oh, Lauren Findley. I'll check her out. Let me look her up. Lauren Findley. I feel like I've like looked her up for something. Yeah. Did she like openly state that she got off though? She looks good. Like, is this something she talked about? Because a lot of the times, like, people are like, oh, you should talk about this person, but there's actually not much to go through. I'm just scrolling through her stuff, and I don't see, like, the most insane transformation. Bars. Yeah, Alpha GPC is phenomenal. I love Alpha GPC. Ducatis, Bugattis, no throttles, Lakers in 5. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I am doing better. My ankle's still broken. Still literally just having to suffer through that motherfucker, unfortunately. Which sucks. Oh, Vigorous Steve, what's going on, bro? I got a BMW R1250 RT a few weeks ago. Yeah, those are sick bikes. Those are like the dad bikes, but they're still fast as fuck. They'd smoke anything, really. Those are basically dad bikes 101, though. Super amazing. Being in Thailand is what really got me into motorcycles because I had to drive one everywhere, and it just turned into like something I preferred over driving, to be completely honest. A car. I way, like I will, even in the rain, I'll drive my motorcycle because I just prefer it over driving a car. What do you think the combo pills, aka I don't like them. I don't like them because, one, like you stated here, 20 milligrams of tadalafil, fucking insane, dude. You don't need that. Like, that's crazy. I would be like more distracted by my headache and stuffy nose than I would be able to focus on what I was trying to do. It would be insane. I would say those are ridiculous. And usually it's because of the standardized dosing. You can't change it. I would much more rather have low dose background played like tadalafil, just because I find it, that's what I do. I do 5 mgs every day. I love it. I think it works great. You can get hard whenever you want. You can feel great whenever you want. You don't have to worry about this type of shit. Whereas that's more like, I'm just going to take it to fuck. And then you feel like shit, you know, for at least I would be feeling like shit. Midlife crisis bike. Yeah, a little bit. With the traffic here, I'm in friction zone 99% of the time. Yeah, that's the thing with the bike like that. It's so powerful. You don't even have to shift out of first gear. You're just like sitting there. But it'd be great if you could get on the highway. It's just like in Bangkok, you're probably never going to do that. How do you prevent unaliving yourself when you hop on bikes? You just pay attention. Go to a third world. I tell this to everyone. Everyone's like, oh, motorcycles are so dangerous. Go to fucking Thailand. Just go to Thailand, bro. Like, I think people are so covered up with this shininess here and this like safety that they're just like, oh, this is, you know, this is how the rest of the world operates. Go to Thailand. You don't have, yes, people die there, like no shit, but like everybody drives on motorcycles and they get by just fine, man. The way that you don't unalive yourself is unfortunately staying away from other people. Like the biggest problem is 100% other people on the road, and specifically in America when everyone drives like a supersized truck that they literally do not need for no apparent reason. The biggest problem is other people who aren't paying attention to you. It's truly like the largest problem when riding a motorcycle. I'm slowly learning Thai. Dude, Thai is hard. It's almost impossible. I gave up on that shit. Like, it's hard. I'm considering joining your school. I've lost about it last year. I got my weight down about 25% body fat, 46% lean mass, I guess. Do whatever you want to do. I think it's great that you've lost that much weight. 55 pounds is actually insane. If you think about that and you break down the math in a 12-month time period, 55 pounds, that's a shit ton of weight. You're spitting average for where you'd want to be. I feel like the system is working to submerge myself physically. I'm curious what it would recommend for me. Yeah, this is something I'd rather talk about offline because there's a ton I could truly recommend here. But on the MT-03 for 5 years, the Tuno 660 and the Daytona 675R, keep calling. Get it, dude. I mean, you could upgrade from that. I'm surprised you stuck with the MT-3 for 5 years. Like, what does the thing make? Like 25 horsepower? Bump it up, brother. Like you got no time to live like today. I'm telling you, it's a different game when you get on something that's that fast, because you're faster than any car on the street, and it is a thrill. It's like not just a cool way of transportation, but it is a thrill, and they sound awesome. Got hit by a truck in 2007. John, oh shit. That sucks. Dude, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what happened to me. That's how I broke my ankle. A guy hit me. And I feel like that's what happens most of the time. If you're on a bike, like in Thailand, the majority of people are on bikes, so they realize like, okay, there's a fucking bike next to me. There's a bike next to me. If you're in a car, you're such a big, you take up so much space, you're not aware of like where your back right side is compared to your left front side. Where you're on a bike, it's like it's in parallel, it's in tandem with you. Dude, the Ducati Xtavelle is crazy, Steve. I don't know if you should. That is the midlife crisis bike. That is the midlife crisis bike, dude. I feel like they made that bike specifically for men in your age bracket, to be honest. If you don't want to be average, then join the school program. Like, we go through everything in there from A to B. Like, we go through everything that you'd need to know about cutting, gaining muscle in terms of how to do that nutritionally. We go through workout programs. We provide workout programs on a monthly basis. It's like a really good place to be if you don't necessarily want to delve super far into the realm of like going on social media or talking to people or whatever. It's an easy place to be. You can ask questions live. I have myself and several other coaches in there, so it's a good place. Been in 2 motorcycle accidents in the States, almost lost my leg. Yeah, and I've said this before too, but I think driving in the States is infinitely more dangerous than places like Thailand. Yeah. Steve, that is a crazy bike. That is 100% the holy shit, I'm a dad now kind of bike, you know, and you're trying to like hang on to that coolness factor. That's that shit. That's crazy. What horsepower you think is overkill for a bike? My RSV4 makes 212, and I think that's overkill. Like, I honestly don't even see a fucking need for that. I barely get to use it. I stay in first gear 80% of the time. The only time I get to use it is when it's like a really clear road and I can hit it, and then I'm going faster than I can even realize within a fraction of a second. I mean, it's dumb. And for the most part, the bike just runs really hot. It's way heavier in a sense of like it has a longer wheelbase, so it's harder to maneuver as easily. I think it's a little bit overkill. I have a Z900 as well, a Kawasaki Z900, a 2025 I just picked up. Great bike, super light, I tuned it, I put a stage 2 tune in it and a full exhaust, so it makes probably closer to like 135, 140 horsepower. Perfect range, honestly. I just bought the Ducati Street Fighter V2S. I love that. I think it makes 156 horsepower. I think that's good. Still more than you'd ever need on the road, but still a fucking phenomenal bike. I think once you get over that like 180, 190 number, where most of the leader bikes are, that's where you start getting into like, you better have some fucking experience before you get on that bike. You know what I mean? Like you take one rip at that throttle and you can loop the bike. You can go fast and you even realize it. It's ridiculous. Chinese Tesla Model Y. Which way? That's crazy. A Chinese Tesla Model Y knockoff. That's insane. Yeah, seriously, Steve, congratulations on being a father. That's insane. I remember you talking about that years ago. Years ago. It's cool to see it all come to fruition. Yeah, I love the KTM lineup, dude. Those KTMs, the Super Duke is actually such a sexy bike. Holy shit. We're going on a tangent now, but like the KTM Super Duke, the 1290, I think it is. Is that the current one? Yeah. Jesus, bro. This thing. Sheesh, bro. This is a sexy bike. They got the other one though too. There's another one. Which one am I thinking of? Naked bike. Yeah, this is the one. This bike is gorgeous, dude. Oh my god. It is so pretty. I love what they did with the front headlights. It just looks dirty, like filthy. It's got that single side swing arm too. Shoot, man. Yeah, so if I had, you know, after tax, if I had, fuck, you know, 26K to drop on this thing, I fucking would. You bet your ass, man. The only thing I wish it didn't have was the orange. I would rather have like another alternative. But man, this thing is sexy as fuck. I think it's so sexy. Oh no. 2 years in the making. Yeah. Took forever. It did take a while, hey. Orange for safety reasons. That makes sense. Do you do Harleys? Absolutely not. I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off, but I feel like Harleys are for old, fat people who are too lazy. I just never see, I don't ever see a point to a Harley. They're not as nimble. You can't move them around as quickly. They're too big. They're just too accessorized. They're too, like, lazy. They're just too lazy. Yuck. A beginner first bike, I think, would be like someone just mentioned it, the MTO3. I think is a phenomenal beginner bike. MTO7, phenomenal beginner bike. The SV650, I think that's a great beginner bike. For a lot of people, that was my first bike when I was a kid. I think the new Ninja 400 RRs, those inline fours that are 400 cc's, like a tiny little inline four, they make like 86 horsepower or something. I think those are great beginner bikes. All like super safe, still just enough power to have fun with, but like not destructive. I think those are great bikes. Yeah, anything, yeah, exactly. Anything around a 400cc would be like the perfect beginner bike to hop on. That's where you get like just enough power to be, you know, rambunctious when you want to be rambunctious, but also a solidified amount of powder so that you're not going ridiculous, like suicidal fast. I tried a Harley CVO Road Glide. Oh shit, great to sit on, impossible to take corners with. That's the thing. Like if I want to, which is what I do, I like to take corners. I like to, you know, bob and weave out of cars and in between things. And in Thailand, I love, like, man, Thailand's traffic was a blast. I would always pray that there would be traffic because you could just duck and dive onto the sidewalks and in between different cars and in the opposing lane of traffic. It felt like old school Mario Kart, man. You could not do that on a Harley. You need a sports bike, or at least like a sports touring bike, like what Steve's got. Slingshot, that's crazy. What year was your SV650? It was old. It was carbureted, so it was I think it was like 2000 and I think it was like a 2002, 2003. It was old. I can't remember. Can you do a wheelie? I can, just not reliably. It's something I'm actively trying to learn. It's just hard to learn when you're on public streets a lot. And then the other problem is my bikes are super fucking, like, they all have, they're straight piped. Like all of my bikes are straight piped and tuned. So the problem is that it's just really loud when you do clutch ups and stuff. You have to be aware of where you are. Yeah, that's there's idiots out there in America like that who drive between, you know, traffic. But I also think a lot of people need to understand that if you just keep driving like you're driving, you know, if you don't speed up or try to cut that person off or anything, like, generally it's fine. Again, if you go to another country, that's like the standard way of driving. In most countries, in fact, right? Like motorcycles are allowed to split lanes. If you go over to California, it's completely legal to split lanes. In Minnesota, they just made it legal to split lanes. So this is legal in most places. Most of the time, it's just people who are idiotic drivers thinking they own the road who get mad when they see other people passing them, that feel like they are being cheated out of something. Yeah, those things are dope. I love the 100cc bikes in Thailand. They're so much fun. I love even the little mopeds are great. Lane splitting is nerve-wracking because people change lanes without any indication here in America. It's actually nuts. Dude, you can get a cruiser, just get a sports cruiser. Don't get a Harley. Don't demolish yourself down to that. Like, you could get so many awesome, great bikes that are cruisers, but not like neutered. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everyone drives smaller bikes in Thailand because you can basically lane split and go like crazy. Yeah. People want to trap bikers. That's so true. Yeah. A lot of the reasons why lane splitting is legal in places in America is because it's oftentimes safer than being in between a bunch of cars. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand is if I'm in traffic, I'm not going to be in traffic. I'm going to be in the middle of the road. And people are going to be like looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I don't want to be between F-250 and a fucking Dodge Ram, because if one guy's on his phone and he's not paying attention, I get squished between the two trucks. Like, this happens. I think it's 83% of all vehicular deaths related to motorcycles happen because the driver of a vehicle hit a motorcyclist. It is very infrequently that the motorcyclist crashed intentionally or unintentionally. Claim both lanes like a boss. Yeah, Vulcans are good. Those are good bikes. Yeah, and it increases traffic flow, right? That's the other thing. The only way that, Bangkok works, as even though it's fucking rough, it's like it still works with all of those people, is because traffic moves at its own rate. Like, people can fly in between cars, and most people are riding mopeds. So like, if you have a car's backed up 20 cars back and everyone's waiting, all the mopeds are still going. Like, no moped is stopping just because the cars are stopped, which makes it so that you can get basically anywhere you need independent of that traffic, unless you're driving a car. I don't think people in Thailand are putting turbos or superchargers in their bikes, man. That's deadly. That's only some America shit with the Ninja H2. That is exclusively American type stuff. I don't even know why you'd want that, to be honest. Yeah, 10-minute drive with my Nemax takes 30 minutes with my, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Tuning culture is non-existent. People will put like weird tachometers all over their cars, and they'll do like lights and stuff. They might even lower their cars, but they don't. No one's doing anything crazy. They pimp out their buses. Yeah. They pimp out their buses and the tuk-tuks, bro. The tuk-tuks, sometimes those go hard. They have exhausts and everything. Thanks, Natasha. Was it good value for... Man, I think Yamaha has a pretty good lineup for that price range. You can get an MT-09 for that price. Like used, like 1 year or 2 years used MT-09 for that price. You could get a cheaper Kawasaki Z900 used at that price, like even cheaper though, like probably 6-7K. Great bike, phenomenal bike. Same thing with the MT-09. Literally a no issue kind of bike. You could get a brand new Ninja 400 RR, so an inline four, exactly what everyone wants for a sports bike, but it's a relatively cheap bike because it's a smaller, CC. Displacement's not as big. He was motorcycle police, and his personal bike went down shirtless. His entire back was torched. What a fucking idiot. You're a motorcycle police officer, and you won't wear protective gear. The Japanese lowrider scooter would be awesome. Especially in Thailand. I once saw somebody in Thailand. It was in downtown Pattaya, and he had refitted... I don't know how he did it, but he had refitted a... like a motorcycle chassis with a toilet seat. So like he had a whole porcelain toilet on his moped, but all you saw were the wheels and then a porcelain toilet, and then he had handlebars in the front. And I was like, dude, this is some shit you'd only see here, man. Like anything flies is road legal there. If you have a taillight out here, it's a problem, but like as long as it's got wheels and it can move, you're good. You also see people on like those super fucking fast wheelchair car things, like that's crazy, man. I miss Thailand so much. I might be coming back soon. I think in January. I've been smart with my money, Steve. I've been investing it and buying houses and renting them out. That's what I've been doing with my time here. So as soon as I'm done with that and I feel like things are good, I'm out. I fucking hate America. This place is for the birds. Let's Yeah. I honestly bring that up to people in conversations. The hotel buffets probably, I don't know, at least once a week for sure. There's nothing to replace that in any place I've ever been. Property is the way out. It is. It's a great, I mean, it's a bitch when you have fucking shitty tenants and like dumb fucking people you have to deal with, because there's a lot of that. But there's also pretty much no other way you can consistently make like, you know, 10K a month casually while also accruing equity in property like crazy without having to really bother with much. You know, if you get some good tenants, that's like a 3-year term that you're basically just hands off on something that's making you money actively, and then you're fucking just chilling. Yeah, like Steve said, how hard is it to work in Thailand? Think about selling everything and move there. You work online. Like no one's working in Thailand. You can't even theoretically make money in Thailand. We just do it all online. So if you can do some crazy shit online, like you'd be fine. You know, you could sell everything. Like this happens a lot where you could sell everything, you know, so you have like 20-30K. You could live in Thailand pretty damn good for, you know, a year and a half and still have some money left over, but you're not going to be making money there, dude. Yeah. If you're a CEO level individual, you're still making, you know, less than minimum wage here. So it's much different. Yeah. Sell everything. Yeah, just look up Soy 6. Go there in Pattaya. Soy 6. You'll find all your answers. You'll know exactly what you need to do in your life. It's sad as there's probably an astronomical amount of people that know what that is here. Soy 6 is the spot, man. It's crazy. Fucking hell. It's a weird place. It's only in Thailand, man. You can't find that shit elsewhere. Lady lads, they're out there. You have to have laser vision. Needing to decipher whether someone is a male or female is a really important skill when you're in Thailand. Trying to drown in lady boys, and yeah, I mean, there's plenty of that, dude. You find that shit left, right, and center. All you need to do, the key is just walk out past about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Thailand time. Literally, life will take you wherever it needs you to go. That's about all you need to do. It's pretty easy. Some side quests will happen. I swear to God, every time I took my motorcycle out and just like drove to the gym or drove to fucking the grocery store, some shit would happen. Something would happen and I'd get pulled into some kind of crazy side quest. That's what I love about Thailand the most. Is it's just unpredictable as fuck. You just have some crazy shit happen and you're like, what the fuck? And your whole dynamic of your day changes. Y'all are wild. Fucking hell, dude. We've been talking about bikes, Thailand, and all sorts of crazy shit. Fuck this Ashton Hall guy. I don't even know who the fucking guy is anymore. Jesus Christ. What am I doing? Life is to be lived, as it is, yeah. This is something I've learned. I used to be like a nut about being busy, and don't get me wrong, like I still am, dude. I'm too busy for my own good 99% of the time. But I've learned to enjoy things a lot more and be willing to take time back for myself. I used to give a lot of my time to make more money. And while that's great, and I made a lot of money, and that money has gotten me a lot of phenomenal things in life, I've also realized that I didn't get to live a lot of my early years. So starting to like now buy that back as I'm approaching 30, I'm 28 now, is something I'm valuing more and more and more. So I'm going on more trips, you know, going to Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay, and I can't remember, Brazil. That's where I went. Going to, you know, Thailand, right? And going to Canada, going to all these places, experiencing things, I think is so, oh man, it's so fucking important. Like I would say to most people that experiencing your life is going to be infinitely more valuable than conserving it. You didn't realize, Steve, you went across the fucking world. You went on like a backpacking trip to, you rode camels. Like you broke your leg and decided to go ride camels. You did travel a lot, yeah. Oh, you're from Argentina. Beautiful country. Great fucking food, man. Holy shit. Some of the best food I've ever ate in my entire life. I cannot believe how good that fucking food is, man. The red meat from Argentina, holy shit. That is some of the best stuff I've ever had. Any steak of anywhere, Argentinian steak is a phenomenal thing. Bro, you became a painting. I became a painting over a year, I remember. What? I don't know what that means. Yeah, good cheap meat, too. That was another thing. Like, you can buy some fine fucking cuts of meat. Shit that here in America would be like $20 a pound, $15 a pound. You can get over there for a couple bucks. It blows my mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah, over a year ago, I had no tats. Well, the thing was, is like, Hassan, I was in the military for 8 years, right? So for a lot of my youth, I was unable to get tattoos. Like, I was unable to, you know, really do crazy shit. I was unable to travel. I was unable to do all this shit. Then I got out of the military and I started making, you know, influencer money, more or less. And it was just like, dude, I want to do these things. So I just started doing them. And a lot of my tattoos, while I'm covered in them, they are just like collections of places I've been. Every time I get a tattoo, you know, in Korea, Japan, whatever the case, it's just like I'm going somewhere. I know who I want to see. I've looked them up and I go to see them specifically. Same thing with Thailand. Same thing with in Europe, even when I was in Serbia getting tattoos. Like, it's just kind of part of my story, I suppose. But the reason is the transformation had happened so fast is just because I literally was in the military, like straight cut, fucking upright Joe, and then like a year later changed my entire script, you know. Thanks, bro. Yeah, these are pretty good tattoos. I will say though, I have spent a insane amount of money that is probably retarded in the grand scheme of things for a lot of people to consider, because this could have been, you know, my whole body could have been multiple down payments on some decent rental properties, but that did not happen. So it's cool. It tells a story. People love it. I get looked at a lot, but that's about it. Yeah. Greg looks like he's gonna spit on us. Yeah, we've been talking for fucking ever, dude. Fuck me. Let's finish this video. Let's see what happened to Ashton Hall. See what we've been fucking sitting here watching this guy.
Many local fans out there, and you never know what somebody's capable of. And so if he genuinely felt in fear of his life, he's scared. He's thinking, I don't want this smoke. And is he scared that the guy's going to beat him up in a boxing match? I mean, did we not see him fight Vitality? You guys know Vitality. He didn't throw a single punch. He basically embarrassed himself. And so we know with certainty that bro doesn't know how to fight. But does bro know how to pull on to something? Ashton Hall doesn't know whether he's mad, whether he's joking, whether he's being a moron. And so who knows? I mean, this is the same guy that bombarded I Show Speed. He started screaming at him. It went viral, tens of millions of views. Is this guy crazy? Is he about to, for example, challenge Joe Rogan? I mean, is he the Liver King? Is he of sound mind? And so Ashton
Paraguayan beef is the same as Argentinian, 100% grass-fed, no excessive use, but the taste is kind of strong. Yeah, it's not just kind of strong, it's very strong. That meat is like uniquely flavorful. Why do people punch like that? Because they don't train. Because they don't train. I think if you've even had like a few classes in a combat sport, you could generally tell when somebody's like absolutely zero experience fighting.
Ashton Hall doesn't know this, and so I'm going to give him the pass. Now you're thinking, how do you give him the pass? Bro, he's black and you're white. I'm giving him the pass that I'm not going to say that he's a wuss, that he's a pussy, that he's an embarrassment to society for running away from a fight. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you need to sit there and subject yourself to danger. He's not about that life. He has millions.
But you do kind of put yourself in the face of this when you are posting a lot about being that sort of alpha bro and then getting mad at people like I Show Speed for, you know, losing to him. I mean, you're kind of putting yourself out there as the tough guy. And so people are going to challenge your toughness. And if you disregard that, if you run away, it does kind of look bad. You know, it's like if somebody tried to fight Wes Watson and he ran away, he'd be made fun of. He's still going to be made fun of because he's a fucking idiot, but he'd still be made fun of. It's like you can't just be the tough guy and then like walk away from confrontation, or at least not trying to handle it in some kind of featuring way. What's up, George?
Millions of dollars, millions of fans, and he doesn't want to have this interaction. And so he flees. Now, I don't know why he needs a bike to run away. I mean, is this not Ashton Hall? And so is this the downfall of Ashton Hall? We once thought he could run very fast, but he's been outed. He can't run faster than last time. And so he's now transitioned, or shall I say, upgraded into using a bike. If he was actually Ashton Hall, the fastest man around, he would have simply ran away. Bro couldn't have caught him. I mean, unless he has perhaps a Urus, a Lamborghini, or some very fast vehicle, how could he catch Ashton Hall on foot? He's faster than a puma. He's outrunning animals. He even ran faster than a man who never loses, DJ Khaled. And so his next morning routine, you got to watch this. He's now all about the bike.
I just love how he's now making it a point to get on these bikes like as ridiculously as possible. Like it's like he doesn't even know how to ride a bike, dude. You know what? I'm about to say this joke. Can we see him swim? I'd like to see him try swimming. That'd be interesting.
And so we're going to beat him next time. And so apparently he's going to challenge I Show Speed, but this time he's going to be using a bicycle. I mean, he couldn't beat him on foot. So, hey, let's level up. Okay, and first things first, what is with the outfit and where are the padded shorts? Who goes for a bike without having padded shorts? I mean, bro, you need to have the padded shorts. Any cyclist worth anything knows.
And the fact that Greg is like as short as he is and he had to stand up on a chair for us to see his behind is kind of crazy.
You need padded shorts. In cycling, it's all about the aerodynamics. And so racing around with a tank top and some jewelry and a watch, this is not ideal. You're losing perhaps 3.5 watts right there. And what's going on in those pockets? Does he have a cell phone in either pocket? This is not ideal.
We keep going.
And so apparently it rains and we keep going. How did bro...
I'm just saying is if you have to be this soft of a dude to like have all these preparations for you to be living your day to day, I have some concerns about your manlyhood. Like I don't need glass bottled water. I don't need to use 18 different facial serums in my morning after I take my first shower workout, take my second shower workout, take my third shower after I hit the sauna, take with a sixth shower, whatever the fuck. Like the amount of shit this guy goes through in his day just to like look okay is kind of crazy, right? Like I don't think it makes any sense.
Bro just go for a bike ride in a rainstorm and then he arrives and he's dry. I mean, how is this possible? And so is this analogous to diving?
Yeah, I got that fucking tap water, baby dog. I'm all about that tap water.
In the air and being there for 4 minutes. Bro went for a bike ride in the rain and remained dry. Even the rain doesn't like him. Secret powder. The last I checked that was Paulo Acosta. I believe he had the secret sauce and he was in the UFC. And this was to say, hey, I'm actually natural. Now, in Ashton's case, since he hasn't shown the blood work, I don't believe that he's natural. And so I do believe he's on the secret Sazul. And so what does he do for training? Well, he's going to work on his sprinting skills for cycling. And so he's working on his vertical jump. And so explosive power is important, but you need to have more than just 1 second power. Yeah, it's explosive. And Mitchell Hooper, he thought he put out 5,700 watts for an instant moment in time, which is impossible. But yet, he tried.
Only Greg can take a 30-second clip from Instagram and make it into a 10-minute and 30-second video. It's insane. I'm not gonna watch the rest of it, to be honest with you. It's a little bit too much. Like, it was interesting for the first couple of minutes just to see what he was doing in London, but now it's kind of like, eh. I want to react to this, but I honestly don't think we have enough time today, bros. I gotta get to work. I have clients and shit that depend on me. So, guys, I really appreciate you being here. Steve, if you're still here, I love you to death, man. You're my best friend, and you can always count on me if you need something. I appreciate all of you just trying out this live. If you've never been here before, if you have been to these lives before, you know what they're all about. We usually watch something, talk about it, get into random offsprings of conversations, really good stuff. If you ever have anything that you want to ask me, you can always shoot it down in the comments. But I tell you what, Instagram DMs are the easiest place to coagulate all communications. I do get so many messages. Honest to God, so many fucking messages. So it's really hard. If one comment gets sent, I'm probably going to skip over it. If I miss it, it's not because I intended to. It's just because you have to realize there's sometimes, you know, tens of thousands of comments on some of my videos. It's, you know, tens of thousands of DMs in my Instagram, like literally on some occasions, depending on which videos go viral. So it can be hard to catch up to stuff. So just use Instagram as a medium. Steve, I appreciate you. We'll definitely catch up soon for sure. You're always a good time. Yeah, and congratulations on your new Steve. Your new Steve, basically. Mini Steve. Everyone clap for Steve. I'm sure you can hear it. The new child on the way. The man's a dad. He's got bigger and better things to do than be a big meathead now. He doesn't have to focus on being huge anymore. Maybe he does. He has to protect the child now, I guess. All right. Thank you, folks. Be safe.